Hi, Mosaic. It's Tony, one of the guys. Just want to spend a couple minutes just sharing my heart about a couple of things in regard to our gathering more and more of us gathering together in the sanctuary, and the joy of being together and seeing one another and being able to worship in close proximity with each other. And then I have a couple of announcements too, but I'd like to start out kind of bearing my heart just a smidgen. You know, we have it has been a whirlwind of a year, and most of us have experienced just the entire spectrum of emotions and in regard to what we're seeing and what we're experiencing, and from every possible angle and every possible facet. And so as we begin to spend more and more time in close proximity, I want to make sure that we are incredibly what's the word I want? Just that our hearts are calibrated and tuned, and we remember what it is to be the body of Christ, again, within eyesight of one another, within proximity with one another. And so I'd just like to share a couple things real quick. So as the more we gather together and the more consistently as a body, I want to remind us of the heart of what true and real fellowship looks like. The spirit of devotion and the care and the grace and the peace that we promote and we experience, and we give others the opportunity to bask in. So I want to take a minute to remind us of the privilege and the truly joyous responsibility we have for one another. The opportunity to serve one another in love, to fan the flame of our heart's devotion to both God and one another. There's a passage in Romans 12, it's Romans 12:10, and it says that we are to honor one another above ourselves and be devoted to one another in brotherly love. And I want to just comment on that real quickly. This love and service to which Paul speaks in this context is a Christian, almost solely spirit induced, empowered love of a service that's expressed in a way that is incredibly active and intentional. It's never passive. This idea of sincere love and honoring one another and then being devoted to one another is a very active, intentional expression. It is not passive, neither does it wait for the other to initiate. And this is a key component. We have the opportunity to initiate care and honor and love. And this love that Paul speaks of, it does just that. It's constantly looking for an opportunity to serve. This Christian love is always considerate. It always looks around the room and takes into consideration everyone that's around us. It is considerate in looking to meet one another, to ask the other, to race to serve the other, to care for the other, to do on the behalf of the other, and then make the most of every opportunity as it arises. This love is incredibly devoted, and it honors one another above ourselves. It prefers the welfare of another. It anticipates the need of another. It takes the lead in honoring, not only in not waiting to be honored by the other, but also not expecting to be honored, to have that reciprocated. Obviously, there's great joy in the fellowship when that occurs, but the idea for each believer is that we're the initiators. We're the ones that race to serve and to honor, to love. It expresses warm affection toward the brotherhood. I just want us to sense the spirit of what we're being called to when we're meeting in close proximity, when we get to see one another, when we get to serve one another, when we can race to honor one another, to initiate that opportunity. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. The second thing is I want to talk about a couple practical issues, some things that are coming up. We're looking forward to April 4th, which is Easter Sunday. We'll be having 3 services, and it's really important you take note of this. The times will be 9, 10:30, and 12. Now that's different than our normal times. So I want to remember, I'm going to repeat that, 9, 10:30, and 12 o'clock. And children's ministry will be provided in every service. There will also be an overflow. Now we encourage you to register beforehand. You don't have to, but we encourage you to pre-register to ensure that your child has space. But we're going to try to accommodate all of our children in that ministry. And looking forward to April 11th, we're going to be having baptisms. So excited to have baptisms in both services that day. It's the week after Easter. We have a number of people being baptized. If you've been thinking about getting baptized, or you really feel led to follow Jesus into the waters of baptism, to celebrate what he has done in you, to allow that to be recognized by your brothers and sisters, we encourage you to sign up for that. You can get a hold of us via the website. You can message us on Facebook, or just let one of the staff know on a Sunday morning. Or if you know one of the staff, let them know. But man, we would love for you to be part of that. But either way, plan on being here and celebrating with those who are being baptized on April 11th. Now, I got to be honest with you. One of my least favorite moments of the entire year is coming up this weekend. Most of you like it. Kills me. Daylight savings time starts this weekend. So remember, we are rolling our clocks forward, right? So because we fall back, spring forward. So this week, daylight savings time start, rolling the clock forward. Looking forward to seeing you on time at 9 and 10:50.